Hi Aries, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a June 2020 Is It in the Cards love reading. So we're going to do just a straight up love reading here for you today. I hope you're all well. I want to thank everyone who's been watching the readings and liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. I really appreciate that support and even some of the feedback. You know, I'm new on YouTube really as a creator. I'm not new to tarot at all, but some of the tech stuff and the ads and crap, I'm here to read cards, right? You know, and that part of it is not my strength. And so when you do things like you point out too many ads and stuff, I'm fine with that because I don't always know, and it helps me to get better at navigating YouTube. So thank you for your help and blessings and love and light that you send my way. I really do appreciate that. We live in, I don't know, world lately that has me just shaking my head. I don't know. A lot of heartache around us, and it's nice when we can bring each other up and just be on that vibrational plane of love, right? There's nothing higher than that. So if you're new here and you want to subscribe, I'd love to have you. If you tap the bell, you'll be notified when new videos are posted, but it's generally every week. This is a reading I do on the first Fridays of every month. Is it in the cards? And the other readings I do are weekly, monthly, and then a mid-month check. So if you just like the weekly updates, those are pretty fun, and I absolutely love doing them. So anyway, let's see. What is going on here? What is the direction and guidance for Aries in love? What is the direction and guidance for Aries in love? Okay. All right, you guys, here we go. So we'll do 3 cards for you, 3 cards for them, and then the overall guidance for the situation. So you have the 3 of Wands here. You have the 8 of Wands. Wow. And the Hermit. Okay, I like this combination. They have the 5 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 9 of Wands. Your guidance, your overall guidance is the Fool, the 2 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords here. So it's an interesting reading because, you know, you've got fire energy laced throughout it. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius here. You've got Virgo here. You've got Cancer too. There's some things that definitely need to be resolved here with somebody. I definitely have that as a narrative. There's a past situation here that needs to be resolved. I think there's 2 different narratives here. One is about a new love situation. The other one is about a past love. Before we really get going here, I'm going to pull these Archetype cards. I've been a longtime student of Carolyn May's, and she is a PhD theologist, but she spent a lot of her career as a medical intuitive. And she's not religious. She calls religions costume parties. She's really funny. She's a deep, deep spiritual teacher, but archetypes are something that actually make up the tarot. These are all archetypes, and they're also a foundation in psychology. So I'm going to take one archetype for each of you, and it's just guidance, okay? So for you, you have the damsel. Your light attributes are understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. The shadow attributes are waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. Now, when I see the shadow, the first thing I think of is you have to be careful of the wounded knight. You have people that have come towards you who aren't able to fulfill that role, and instead they're just bringing wounds forward. And the person you are dealing with, they have the shapeshifter. The shapeshifter light attributes are skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. It's the ability to see potential in everything. The shadow attribute is projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Okay, so with this, I do feel like this person tends to want to almost be relentlessly positive. And so sometimes they're not always true to themselves. They want to put forward something good, and that's not a bad thing, but it can be at the cost of the truth, okay? So we have to kind of watch out for that. But with you, I see a few things here right off the bat. You've let go of something, but it's like with ease, okay? When we look at the 3 of Wands, you know, the wands are setting, or excuse me, he's setting a ship off to sail. And the ship is the past experiences. He's relaxed. He's not stressed. He's not worried. He's just relaxed and watching. And he knows that he feels confident that the ships will return to him if necessary. But overall, so in a more figurative way, when we talk about those past experiences, this is somebody that's moved through some things. But I do think that there's still more work to be done with the Hermit showing up here. It's a continuation of some things. So I feel like this is a person who has been working on themselves. So you've been working on yourself, on your career, on your finances, and you haven't been focused on trying to bring a relationship in. I think I keep getting that for you too. But there's parts of you that go, you know, it would be nice to have a partner here to help out with some of the stuff. It would be nice to have somebody just to bounce ideas off of. I do think you're going to get communication. It's coming in. For somebody that has an ex, there's definitely going to be communication. I think this person wants to sit down and talk. And I think it's going to be more than just a casual, haven't seen you in a while. You know, it's not that kind of thing. This is somebody that really wants to get on flat ground with you. They really want, I don't think they know if they want to reconcile or not. I don't think they're necessarily going there with it. I think it's more, they don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty around them. They realize that there was pain. They realize and know that there have been mistakes, but I think that there was a lot of ego involved. And it was like they did things that they knew were wrong, and they were not courageous enough to admit it. They really weren't. You've got the Hermit here too, and this is all about self-discovery. You know, the Hermit has this lantern in the night, and he leans on his wand, he leans on his magic. So the Hermit distanced himself from society, but not from humanity, and there's a difference there. He's still connected to the love of the world. He just quiets his mind. He gets away from all that noisy stuff that's around us. Quiet your mind a little bit. Go within. Ask your higher self, what do I need to see in this? Ask your angels if you believe you have angels, but we all have guides. Call it what you want, your guides, your higher self, but ask, what do I need to see in this? What do I need to see? If it's something you feel like you need to release or something you need to call back to you, either way. Now, this other person, they've got the 5 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 9 of Wands. And they are moving forward regardless, okay? Could certainly, like I said, be a Cancer, but it also could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo here. They are, you know, the separation was painful for them, or if it's new love, because for some of you it is, there's some new stuff coming in. They were wounded in the past, and they were kind of jaded by love. But I do think, though, even with that, I think they took some kind of a break, but I think they are ready. I think at this point it feels like they have been on hiatus from the love patrol for a while. They just have not wanted to deal with anyone. And I do feel like there was quite a cost for them. There was a big, feels like, financial cost, but also social cost when they separated from this other relationship. It was, it forced them into a whole new lifestyle, and they weren't ready for that. So I think that was a lot of the delay, in trying, which is good, because you don't want somebody in that condition just jumping into something new. They're going to bring all that energy with them. But they're moving forward here. I do feel like they're successful in work, and they've got a good head on their shoulders. They're very practical. They're very cerebral. They're very thoughtful, and they're not going to stop. You know, they've been wounded. This person has for sure been wounded, but they want to move forward, and they want to, they want that $1 million life. That's what I get. You know, I feel like they're manifesting love, but there's still some pain there. So for some of you here, you have a brand new beginning. You know, there's purity with the Fool. Let's start with him. Again, with the past experiences, we've already talked a little bit about that. He carries his past experiences on that bag, but look, they don't bother him. Okay, he moves forward, and he's not lugging all that. It's very gingerly kind of dangling on his wand, because he knows who he is. He knows his personal power. And I think for both of you, that's the key to this. really knowing that, the things that have happened to you were things that were done to you, not because of you. And really knowing your own value, your own worth, and your worthiness. Knowing your worthiness just keeps coming through. So I definitely think there's a start, a brand new beginning for some of you. And we're going to get to this in a minute because this is important. You've got the world at your fingertips here. You're looking ahead. You're taking a look at the landscape in both of these pictures and ready to take a leap of faith. There's a brand new start. I just keep getting that. There's a brand new start for somebody. And it's exciting. It feels a little impulsive, but it feels like fresh air. It just feels like a breath of fresh air coming through. Now, where this comes in, it's like there's not a very well-laid plan with this, right? He takes off with the swords. He's dropping swords. He's looking behind him, kind of smirking. And it's like he stole, but he didn't really attack. It's kind of a weird energy with this because it's almost like, he came in and he's just kind of mocking people. And for you, I feel like with a new beginning, I feel like there's some kind of an X hanging on to this other person. And this is them. And they're just kind of an annoyance. They're kind of smirky and they're kind of like posting passive-aggressive things aimed at you, aimed at this other person. So if you know what that is for you, or if you're in something and you go, I know exactly what this is, just block them. Get them out of there. Because anytime you attach to their energy, you're just bringing down your own vibration and inviting them to continue to be connected with you. So with this, I do feel like, I don't necessarily feel it's dishonesty in these two. It's a third person that comes in. And for some of you to reconnect with somebody in the past, there was definitely something executed here that needs to be resolved. It needs to be, sometimes we need to just look at something and decide we're going to be done looking at it, right? It's like I say a lot of times at work, are we done looking at the problem now? Can we talk about solutions? Is everyone ready to do that? So very nice reading. And so is it in the cards? I'm going to say yes. I think you've got a reconciliation for one narrative and the other is definitely new, but there's some, there are some complications with it just because it's life, but I don't overall feel like it's anything major. It's more of a, like I said, an annoyance. So we're going to take two of these Whispers of Love Oracle cards for attracting more love into your life. And the first one is for you. So this is just your guidance. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So in this journey, when you are with this person or you begin to see what this is about, remember that. And the other person, express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. Now, I feel like this is more representative of things that they will do, and just know that that's how they communicate love. One of their love languages, they like to give gifts. So very nice reading for you. Yes, it's in the cards. I will be back again for a weekly tarot check. Love you, Aries.